Hey y'all, sorry. YouTube wanted to be a hater, so we're gonna start this again. I think Shalal got disconnected a little earlier. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start again. So you can kind of just take off from where you were at.
Okay, hey, how y'all doing? If y'all don't know me, my name Daniel Wise. I'm a part of Heart Smiles, have been since 2017, his birthday. I was recently incarcerated and I'm here to make a change. I started my nonprofit organization in WAK, and we're here with the Granny Project to talk about exercise physically and mentally. Today will be mentally, and we're going to be explaining how it's very important statistically and scientifically to work out mentally. It's for your mental health. It lowers depression, anxiety, and stress. These are very important key tactics to refrain from obesity and insanity, losing your mind, things of that nature. People go through a lot of things and they need, a physical breather. They need to work out routinely. These are how people become successful. And you have to be doing it on a consistent basis. Working out is very important to your mental health. It helps you become very decisive in the things that you do in your activities. It helps you remember topics and it helps the brains function better. Anybody got something to say?
I think I was lagging the first time, but one of the benefits I said is like starting your day off on the right foot, working out, taking 20 to 30 minutes out of your day to work out. One, to give you that boost of energy, that it'll give you that sense of accomplishment for the day. One mental health benefit. Two is like you investing in yourself for a long future. So after working out, investing in your body, investing investing in other things, your self-esteem will begin to go up. You start to feel better about yourself. I know after working out, looking in the mirror at yourself, feel way better than somebody who just got finished eating a couple of cheeseburgers and you go in the mirror look at yourself. So you mental health could help you feel better about yourself and help you get your day started off on the right foot.
Correct. Um, I don't believe we have Salah in this group, but I'm gonna go into another topic on mental health. Since we're talking about mental health, we also like to raise awareness to suicide prevention. If you feel like you hurt yourself or anybody else, make sure that you get in contact with professionals. But I would like to say that exercising can also lead and it causes an actual impact towards suicidal rates. I would also like to mention that working out routinely, getting a fresh walk, and exercising consistently can lower health problems in your family. It can lower your blood pressure, diabetes, things of that nature. We need to be very keen and open-minded towards these diseases like diabetes and high blood pressure because it affects Black males and Black females, Black ethnicity specifically, very particularly at a higher rate than any other ethnicity. Working out needs to be something that we push upon people's mindsets so our kids and our other lineages because our generation and our our ethnicity needs a lot of help. We need a lot more people who are healthy and a lot more people who are capable of telling people how to get healthy. Um, Especially in the United States, I thank the Granny Project and Heart Smiles for this opportunity to clear my mind from the stressful situations that I go through. There's a lot of people that go through things like that of that nature, but yeah, man, working out is scientifically proven, statistically, in the worst and most stressful place that I ever been, which is in prison and institutions. They offer hobbies and habits of working out, basketball gyms, track centers, and weights. So, in the most stressful situation that you ever could be in your life, they offer you working out. So, I'd just like to mention that.
Yeah, Dorian, I think your service is kind of bad. My apologies, guys, for coming back in late. I was asking, I didn't know if the thing actually went out. So, but my thing is how do mental health affect the workout? Definitely what Daniel said about working out affects your mental health, but it relieves a lot of stress. And like what I mean by it relieves a lot of stress, like it really relieves like the anger, the stress, the feeling of the sadness, like your inner feelings will come out once you start working out. Prime example, one time it was high school, when I was working out back in high school, I got denied to my favorite high school I wanted to go to, and I was kind of hurt about that. But I was hurt about it for like a week. But I started working out more. I started working out, basically saying I'm a work out. I'm gonna try at least join a basketball team, like a rec team. Once I started joining the like basketball team, rec team, kind of got my mind off of it. Working out became more. Then I started liking the look of my body, so I felt more confident with myself. So that's basically just a prime example of working out and actually trying to make yourself better, fitness wise, will help yourself mentally as well.
You hear me right now?
Yeah, we can hear you, Dorian.
All right, so now that we talked about some benefits, some mental health benefits of working out, the next question is, how do you feel after getting a workout in?
Okay,
So,
like that one. Dorian, you want to go? I'm sorry, Dorian.
yeah, I don't know how long this good connection will last, but all right, so after getting a workout in, two ways I feel. I feel accomplished, like I said earlier, accomplished, and it makes it one way I feel is accomplished. Like, of course, you feel accomplished, feel good after working out. You just burn some calories, investing in yourself physically. And next, I feel like ready to attack the day. Like, I know that after a workout, maybe I work out for about 20, 30 minutes, then do an assignment for school or something like that. Working out makes it a lot easier to focus on that assignment because you just get a different headspace, a better headspace when you're attacking the next goal. So working out makes you feel accomplished and it helps you get in a better headspace to attack the day head on. It helps you focus more and overall makes your day better.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that, Dorian. Me, how I feel after workout, I mean, it's like a whole bunch of ways I feel after workout. If I work out in the morning time, like 12 o'clock, like noon, something like that, or like 6 a.m. when I go to practice, stuff like that, I do feel like, ready to attack the day. But it's just something about like that winter, when you work out in the winter time, early in the morning, it's like after you get done working out, you just want to go lay back in the bed because it'd be like, yo, I just worked out in the cold. Like in college, I used to work out 6 a.m. to see in practices. And as soon as we get done, I'd be looking at coach like, you really want me to go to class today? Like we just ran 6 miles. You want me to go to class today? So definitely, sometimes I definitely do be feeling like drained out. But if I get a work in, like the workouts I'm doing with you guys on the running project from 6 to 7, after I do the workouts in my shower, but I definitely feel like more relieved, more relaxed. The first time I worked out with you guys, I know my body was hurting. After that full body workout, what the one that Dorian had us doing, my body was in there just going through it. Like I didn't know what to do, but I definitely feel rejuvenated. I definitely feel like more calm and settled. So I definitely like that feeling though. How about you, Dan? How you feeling about after workout?
After a workout, man, to put it in the best words, I feel like I accomplished the greatest accomplishment that I can accomplish of the day. The reason saying that is that your body is your temple. Everything that you do to your body is going to do something for you or against you for the rest of your life. Whether you drink water, you eat food, fast food, or you eat poison. Whatever you do for your body is what you're doing for the rest of your life. So however you plan on maintaining your body and you checking and making sure how your body looks, how your body feels, if there's any numbness, anything of that nature, stretching, anything, dislocated bones, anything. You need to make sure that your body's intact. You need to make sure that your health is your number one priority because your health is your wealth. But a lot of people don't understand that. If you look good, a lot of people are not going to expect you not to have no money. And that's just another compliment to if you do have the finances available. So make sure that your body you're content with your body and that you make sure that you or contentment in your mind, because you want to be decisive when you're making decisions. So this is a health, mentally and physically. This is a workout for your entire body. So I hope everybody takes this very serious as me. When I work out, I feel like this is the biggest accomplishment that I could have done for this day, because my body means everything to me. Nothing monetary or adornments of this world can compare to your body. If somebody said, look, I'll give you $100 million for your arm and your leg, the majority of the people gonna say no. So understand the worth of your body. Understand the value that you actually have, having two eyes, two ears, two lips, a working tongue, straight teeth, a family, and an opportunity to actually do something with yourself that many, many people, countless people, are not going to get that opportunity.
And real quick, to touch on what you said, Dan, about like, what you put in your body, what you kind of going to basically do. I kind of want to relate that to like a car. So basically, like put it this way: if say you got a Volkswagen or Audi or Bentley or something like that, those type of cars take like 5W40, some expensive oil or gas. They take some expensive gas. But if you go and put some oil from a Honda inside of a Bentley, or you put some 87 regular gas inside of a Bentley, it won't run well. It's not going to run because it's not going to run to its top tier performance. So what I'm saying is, with your body is, if you sitting there putting, and I'm not going to sit up here and lie, I be eating the chicken nuggets and the cheeseburgers and the French fries from McDonald's. I'm not going to lie. But if you sitting up here, eating the cheeseburgers and the McChickens and, not working out, sitting down, just not being active, you're going to actually start seeing the results inside of your body. So people that like don't work out like that, like people that just don't work out and they sit there and eat all day, they become depressed. Once you start coming depressed with your body, your mental gonna get depressed as well. So once your body start feeling mentally depressed, once your body start feeling mentally stressed, that's when your mind gonna start feeling mentally stressed. So you got to put the right ingredients into your body for your body to keep running and running and running like that Bentley that you run. So I just wanted to, I really wanted to tie that in, Daniel. So thank you for that.
Perfect.
Dorian, what's the next question, bro?
All right, so now that we talked about that, some mental benefits and the certain ways you feel after you're working out, can you guys hear me?
Say it again. You can hear you.
The next question is going to be, how does your physical fitness, because we're talking about mental, how does your physical fitness help your mental fitness?
Ooh,
and I'm going to start with your benefits again.
I like this question.
Like, for one thing I want to say is self-esteem. Being cut up, ripped up, looking at yourself in the mirror, that's a great booster of your self-esteem. Second, being in shape or accomplishing a workout a day, it's like completing a goal. You already feel like you did something right in the day, and I feel way better about eating a cheeseburger or some fries from McDonald's after I got a good workout in. So, treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself to that meal. Treat yourself to that meal or treat yourself to that McDonald's every once in a while, but also make sure you get that workout in and make up for it. So physical fitness has a big impact on mental fitness, and working out is a great way to get there.
Man, my way of basically saying how your physical works with your mental, I would say, how can I put this together? Okay, back to scenarios of me again. Y'all know me. If anybody see me in person, I'm 6'9". I'm really, really tall, like very, very tall. And all of my height basically come from my legs, right? So I run cross country in college. And in college, what I do is in college I have like a lot of classes. I double major in professional psychology, but I always wanted to have like something to do on the outskirts to keep me active outside of the school. And knowing basically when you're in college, double major is kind of hard. So, I was like, I'm gonna choose a sport. I wanted to do basketball, but it was kind of too late to join. So I said I'm gonna do cross country. And I kind of say all of this because me running cross country has put me into different ways of basically successfully completing my freshman year of college. Because there were times where it was hard, and it was times where as though I was like, how can I get through this? I don't feel as like active. I don't feel like rejuvenated how I usually feel. Like I don't feel that urge to go to school. Like I love school. So, when I started joining cross country, and then I'm having them 6 a.m. workouts, and then having them 6 a.m. on the 6 a.m. games, not 6 a.m. games, but like having the workouts, and you got to be outside on the bus by 6 a.m. And then like all that stuff was basically all I'm trying to say is that physical fitness and that running those 6 miles and that waking up 6 a.m. kind of put me back into a schedule, not even a schedule, kind of put me back into the, what's the word I'm looking for? It kind of put me back into like that mode where as though it's grind mode again. You feel me? So as though I have to, when I'm doing these 6 mile runs and these push-ups and these hill climbers and these mountain climbers, it's working with my mental again because now my mind is fresh. I'm not worrying about what happened yesterday, or I'm not worrying about what's going back on at home. I'm not worrying about how I'm gonna make these end meets. Like I'm actually focused. I'm working out, and then I got my schoolwork right after that because right after practice we had classes. So basically what I'm trying to say is, that fitness work it basically helped my mind clear out for basically a day or the semester of college, So I would say without cross country, I don't know if I would finish my freshman year because it was hard. But, cross country gave me that mental cleanse to my mind that I needed. What you, Daniel?
Hey, yeah, the ones y'all gave are perfect perspectives. Really the perspective I can really give, because I wasn't working out before I was incarcerated, was the actual workout mindset and the self-esteem I was put through when I was incarcerated. Saying as though when I was incarcerated with a person that was in the cell with 23 hours out of the day on a compound, I had to do 1,000 push-ups a day. I was doing 1,000 push-ups a day for myself, and I looked at it as mandatory for myself to keep myself, beefed up and buffed up for anything and everything. I used to do so many workouts in my cell, out, go to yard, things like that of that nature because of the tenacity of my environment. So whatever environment that you feel as though you're in, whether it's at college, high school, middle school, games, practices, it's just different perspectives and different ways you can go about things, and it'll change your self-esteem and see what type of person you are and show your emotions and your characteristics of who you are. If you're capable and built for this position and this situation, you're going to make it. If you're not, you won't, because only the strong survive. But I believe that, everybody that's involved with the Granny Project and our Youth Heart Smiles workout session is very capable of any position and any perspective, because I feel as though everybody has a heart of a lion in this conversation. And I'm very proud of y'all for the things that y'all do. Mentally, it just shows that, you're capable of accomplishing anything. And that's what working out helps you get your mind too. A lot of athletes, they work out and they get these big contracts because they dedicate their mind to their body. You make your mind work for your body. A lot of common misconceptions is that you make your body work for your mind. Your mind is the one that controls your body. If somebody does something that they don't mean to do, it's because they're not thinking before they actually do it. Working out is going to have you being decisive. It's going to change your mindset statistically and scientifically. So just make sure that a lot of people, they understand their perspective, their environments, and if you're able to, routinely work out and be consistent in that lifestyle, because a lot of people need the habits and the hobbies of working out in their lifestyle at this particular time.
Yeah, and basically tap in what you said too about like the commitment with the mind and the athletes. Yo, working out and just basically being an athlete is commitment. You have to stay committed because it's like this. I don't think I said this. I don't know if I'm saying it right, so don't quote me on it. But it takes a week to lose a habit. It takes 1 week to lose a habit. So if you work out for like 4 weeks straight, you're in there busting out from January all the way to February, and then February 4th coming, you like, yeah, I'm a chill today. I'm gonna give it a week for real. I'm gonna chill this week, and then you try to come back in the middle of February, and you working out, and you wonder why your body ain't really working out. You wonder why you're not feeling that urge. You wonder why your body's so sore, why your muscles are so tense, because you lost the habit of working out. If you're not dedicated, if you're not dedicated to a certain specific thing, once you leave that habit alone and try to come back to the habit, you're not going to actually be fit for the habit. You're going to kind of be unfit. You're going to be unpuzzled because you took that week off, or you took that 2 weeks off. So I definitely want to say that commitment is serious. especially with like athletes, you see them in the gym every day posting that pictures like they really have to work out because it shows. It shows in the sports that they play. So definitely about that. Definitely the dedication to workout is serious.
Yes.
Dorian, what's the next? How you feel about that one?
That was good.
Yo, I think Dorian,
Agree.
you got to send him some Wi-Fi cards, y'all. So I'm gonna go in with the next question because he out there in the ghetto.
Good habits are big.
Dorian, I don't think we can hear you. We gotta wait till you get some good connection, bro. But the next question is, like, what are some misconceptions of just like working out? You know, what are some misconceptions about like mental health? So Daniel, like, what do you think? Some misconceptions of like just mental health, and then we're gonna get the breakout part.
Okay, a lot of misconceptions about mental health. You know, a lot of people say if you do the same thing expecting a different result, you're crazy.
Mm. Okay, what you mean by that though, Daniel?
If you work out consistently, routinely, you know, you will get everything and more that you need out of this life. A lot of people don't want to work out. They don't believe in it. A lot of people don't feel as though working out is something that they got time to do, or someone might feel like they don't never, get the burn that everybody feels. There's a lot of different misconceptions about working out. A lot of people don't actually work out with weights, and they do work out. It's just a misconception that working with weights, they feel as though it's not beneficial towards the body. It's people that work out with weights that say not working out without weights is not going to get you to the full potential of what your body could be. There's a lot of misconceptions in the air about working out. Mentally, physically, and intellectually. But what I want to say about the mental health misconception that if you keep doing the same thing expecting a different result, it's insanity, is that if you constantly and routinely work out, there's nothing wrong with you. And you should not be shy that you want to go to the gym instead of going out to a party or something like that with your friends, or, as long as you're taking care of your priorities and you value working out and value working with your body, that's not something that is out of your purpose. This is something that's in your destiny to make sure that you're healthy and you stay hydrated and you stretch and you take care of your body. So I don't believe any misconceptions or ideas and opinions about working out and how it's not going to help you statistically, scientifically, stressful with depression and anxiety.
Yeah, I think
Can y'all hear me?
with like anxiety and part and stuff like that. I suffer with anxiety myself, so a lot of misconceptions with that mental health anxiety. Shout out to the Leaf Alliance because they basically taught me all about mental health. So definitely shout out to them. But Dorian, I think you were saying something.
All right, I'm sorry, my connection not enough. We should be good for a little bit right now, but I want to say another common misconception working out. I'm gonna give y'all two. I didn't hear everything that Dan said, so if I repeat something he said, I'm sorry. But one common misconception about working out is no pain, no gain. You don't always gotta feel pain to get a gain from the situation, because whether you feel pain or not, after that workout, you feel good mentally, you feel a little bit better physically, and it ultimately makes your day better. It helps your mental health. Another misconception is that you gotta lift weights and you gotta go to the gym to work out. No, working out could simply be doing some jumping jacks or some jump rope. Working out doesn't always have to feel like working. You could go outside, play a pickup game of basketball or football, or like Daniel said, golf, and that could be your workout for the day. It doesn't always have to feel like work. It could be fun too. So working out doesn't always have to feel like work, and it doesn't often always have to be weights involved. This will make, and if people actually understood this and actually put effort into working out more, the world would be a totally better place. Working out could help a lot of people with depression, like we said, anxiety, help them make better decisions, help decision making, and overall make you a better person. It could help with addiction too. Addicted to cigarettes, anything you're addicted to, working out could possibly help you get addicted to working out. You have less time for your addiction, whatever else you were doing. So it has many benefits and two common misconceptions. No pain, no gain. You need weights.
Yeah, and it's funny you actually said that because that was actually one of mine. So no pain, no gain. I always hear like if you don't like if you don't got no pain when you work out, you ain't gaining no muscles. But that's not always true. And kind of when Dorian kind of explained it more. Dorian kind of explained it at the beginning, but I'm gonna kind of go deep into it. Like push-ups and crunches and mountain climbers. Certain workouts that people do don't have that pain because they do the workout so much. So put it this way. I know if Dorian can sit up here and bust about 60, 65 push-ups easily. Don't feel nothing. I get to like 30 to 40, I'm gonna start feeling it because I wasn't as committed as before as how Dorian was. I wasn't as committed as before as Daniel was. Like I wasn't in a workout session that heavy. But like now, like it's like if I do push-ups and Daniel do push-ups, he do 65 push-ups and I do 65 push-ups. Who gonna feel it first? He's not gonna have no pain. He's still gonna be gaining that muscle in his biceps. He's gonna still be gaining that muscle all up in his chest. I'm still gaining that muscle, but I'm gonna have that pain because I wasn't used to it. I'm not as used to 65 push-ups right off the bat. That's one of the misconceptions. There's no pain, no gain. That's one. Another thing, one of the main misconceptions that people think of is working out, you'll see the results in like a month. No, it's not going to be like that. Trust me. Okay. Now, what I did is in January when I was in college, I took a picture of myself, looked at myself. I was like, I got to change this. I got to get my weight up. I got to get a little more tone. It took me about 6 months to get to the weight that I'm at now that I like, and what I'm saying by that is this wasn't overnight. This is some actual commitment from cross country, make running workouts. You guys, Granny projects, working out with Dorian and Dang, stuff like that, the full body workouts, the arms, the legs, the squats, the mountain climbers. Dorian definitely told me something with those. So I never thought about those, but them workouts like that actually got me to the fit position that I want to be now. So that is a main misconception that everybody say is, oh, workout, you'll see the workout in 2 weeks. So yeah, you'll get buff in 2 weeks if you do push-ups. Like it's not that easy. Like you really got to be committed and you really got to take time with this because another thing, if you work out every day, your body's gonna be tired. We gotta real quick. Let's talk about like overworking your body. I'm pretty sure Dorian, you work out every day and don't take no breaks. Because if you work out every day and take no breaks, your body's gonna be mentally drained. Your body's gonna be physically drained when you wake up for the next day. So definitely don't like people can't work out every day and then expect for them to get a whole different result in 2 weeks. It's not gonna be like that because one, unrealistically, your body can't work out every day. It just won't happen because your body's going to basically tear itself down. So it's going to start feeling under pressure. So you got to take that 1 day break. You might work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, not Thursday. Take that Thursday off. So, I'll take that break. But that's one of my main misconceptions is it don't work overnight.
All right. Thanks, Coach Johnson. Thanks, Daniel, for all your input on these questions. And now that it's about 6:40, 6:42, we got to wrap it up with these jewels. So I'm going to start it off with my jewel today is do your own research. You can listen to all we got to say about mental health and all of what we talking about. But at the end of the day, unless you do your own research and put that work in for yourself and gain the knowledge for yourself, you're never really going to learn too much. So do your own research, figure out things for yourself, and find out reasons you should work out. You search up why should I work out on Google, they'll give you a million reasons. So do your own research and figure out things that can help you get in a better place with mental health, physical health, and everything all around.
Yeah, definitely with you that add on to what Dorian said real quick about do your research. Don't listen to everybody. Stop listening to everybody and that grandmother. I'm not like you sit up there to the one person, the other person tell you something, the other person tell you different. Like do your own research. So thank you for that with Dorian. My jewel is again that you are enough, but also you are enough to push yourself to the limits. Know yourself, know your self-worth, know that you're enough. Never lack nothing about yourself. Never think nothing lower than who you are. Respect yourself as that king. Respect yourself as that queen that you are. So that is mine. Know you are enough. Know your limits. Know your worth. Daniel, close us up with your good, Jewel, bro. You and me, bro. You and me.
My jewel for today is pain is weakness leaving the body. And when I'm necessarily talking about pain, I'm not talking about just physical pain. I'm talking about mental and intellectual. Any type of pain that you go through and you get through, it won't be able to break you. You know, even if you bend it, just don't break. The pain is weakness leaving the body. So make sure that you stay consistent, keep your head up, always stay prayed up. And I know you're going to make it because I have all confidence in you.
Man, thank you for that, Daniel. I really appreciate you for that, Daniel. Again, y'all, I'm Coach Johnson. That go Daniel right there. That go Big Man Dorian. Follow Dorian on Instagram and YouTube at Lucky Finn. He got this workout program he got. Yo, he's like a personal trainer. So if you ever need somebody to work out or train, work out with Dorian. Daniel, mental health all day long. He will get you right, intellectual, physical, and mental. So definitely happen with Daniel, guys. That's it for us for today. We ready to give y'all this break. Y'all got this 15 minutes. Y'all already see this granny with this chicken. So we're gonna pass it to the Miss Beautiful Mariah Murillo again. Thank you guys for coming out, and we appreciate you guys.
Make sure y'all have a great day.
Thank you guys. See you
You're
next
welcome.
Monday.
See you.
See you. All right, so now we're going to kind of get into our 15-minute break and let everybody kind of prep their stuff. So during the 15-minute break, you can kind of just grab some of the stuff that you have in your refrigerator that we're going to be using, just so that once the granny comes on, we can kind of just get a roll on it. So we'll see you guys at 7. All right, bye. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. We're back, we're back. This is my favorite part, so I'm ready. So today we have Granny Alicia coming on to cook for us. So I'm gonna let her in the room so she can do a little introduction for the people who haven't seen her before.
Hello.
Hey, Miss Alicia, how are you?
Good. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's always good seeing you.
You too, likewise.
So, what you can do is just give like an introduction on yourself for the new people here who have not seen you before.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you cooking with me today?
Yep, I am.
Oh,
Got
good.
everything
Okay.
ready.
All right. You're ready. All right.
Yep.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alicia Wilson. I'm the really auntie, but Granny on the Granny Project today. I'm Vice President for Economic Development for Johns Hopkins University and Johns Hopkins Health System. And it's a pleasure to get to cook with you all today. So you want me to get started? Mai? All right.
Of course, I'm ready.
All right. So what I want you to do, I want you to first start off. We're going to wash our hands a couple of times because we're going to be dealing with meat and we're going to be dealing with other substances. So let's go wash our hands to begin with, 20 seconds, and then we're going to come back and we're going to start with prep work. But wash your hands and we'll get right back. Okay. All right. So we start off washing our hands. Okay. All ready? Everybody ready? Okay. So a couple of things. You have some bags. You've received your bags, which can contain a number of ingredients. We're going to start with the sauce actually today, and then we're going to work our way up to the rice. We're going to mince our garlic. We're going to prepare our rice. We're going to prepare our broccoli, and then we're going to get to the chicken as our final part of the dish. Okay. So we're going to start with our sauce. So everybody, just go get a bowl, just a plastic bowl or a ceramic bowl, any type of bowl in your house. We're going to start mixing that up. You're also going to need a spoon, but if you have a whisk, that's even better. But if you don't have a whisk, a regular old tablespoon will be fine to make our sauce. So as we think about our sauce, we have a number of ingredients. We're going to start with our rice vinegar. So all of you have in your bag something that actually looks like water, right? But it's actually rice vinegar. So you have 2 of those containers of rice vinegar. You're also going to need your measuring spoon. So we're going to take out our measuring spoon and we're going to measure out 6 tablespoons. So if you have a measuring spoon like me, it's usually your largest measuring spoon, 6 tablespoons of rice vinegar. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So one container actually had 4 in it. So we're only going to need 2 more tablespoons from the second container. 1, 2. So you should have some rice vinegar left over. Don't pour the whole container. You're going to have just going to have a little bit. So if you don't have a measuring spoon, it's going to have a little bit of rice wine still left in that second container. Okay. Next, we're going to get our soy sauce. So that is, you have a number of brown containers, but these are your more liquid containers that are in your bag. So we're going to measure out 6 tablespoons of soy sauce, and we're going to pour that right over the rice vinegar. Okay. So again, measure it out because containers contain a little bit more than what you need. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on. May no move. 3.5. 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so You're gonna have a little bit of soy sauce left over as well, okay? But put that off to the side once you have the two combined in the bowl. Next, I want you to go and get your hoisin sauce. So that's another brown sauce. It's in a container, but it's much thicker than your soy sauce, okay? Now, who measured these out this week? Who measured out the containers?
So we actually didn't measure those ones out. We kind of just filled them up to as much as you need to.
Well, this
just
actually is
under here.
about 4 tablespoons. So you're gonna
Yeah, it is.
entire container and put that over your soy sauce. So pour that over your soy sauce and your vinegar. And you might need a spoon just to scoop out the remnants of, I'm gonna get a little teaspoon. Just make sure I get all of the hoisin sauce in the container, okay? Okay. Once you have that in your container, you're next going to get a half cup of water. So some of you might have a dry ingredient cups, or you might have a wet ingredient, but all you're gonna need is a half cup of water. And you're gonna pour that over that mixture. Just for ease, I'm just using a dry cup mixer. Okay. So right now you have rice vinegar, soy sauce, hoisin sauce, water in your container. You have that, my friend? Okay.
Yes, I do.
All right. Next, we're gonna go get that sugar. It's actually the only thing that looks like sugar in your bag. So get your sugar, and you're gonna measure out 6 tablespoons of sugar. Okay. Now, because we have a little container of sugar, just pour it all in. Pour the whole thing into your container. And then the last thing I want you to do is to get your cornstarch, which should be in your Ziploc bag. And I want you to measure out 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. So just 2. 1. And make sure you level off your measuring spoon so you don't put too much. 1. And then 2. Okay. Okay. At this point, you have rice vinegar, soy sauce, hoisin sauce, water, sugar, and cornstarch in your bowl. And what I want you to do now is to take your spoon or your whisk and mix that in together until it's sort of like a nice light brown, like almost a cafe au lait, like coffee with a little bit of cream in it. Okay, you're looking at mine. It's got a much lighter color. Don't worry, we're gonna have to come back and stir this again because your cornstarch is going to try to settle in the bottom of this bowl, but I want you to just get this sauce ready so that we don't have to do all that mixing when our pan is hot, okay? Now, I want you to set that off to the side. Are we all together now? Good, okay. I want you to go and get your garlic cloves. You have little garlic cloves that are in your container. And I'm using plates to cut my stuff on. You can use whatever you want, but because we're gonna be using meat, I use a plate just so it's easier to clean up. So get your garlic cloves, and we're going to mince our garlic, which just means we're gonna cut it up finely. So put it on your plate. Let's wash our garlic, okay? So just take it over to your sink and wash it off. Just wash it off, rinse it off really good. You know, jockey it between your fingers, your hand. Make sure it just doesn't have anything on it, okay? Then you're going to take your knife and just cut it very finely, right? Don't worry, Don't be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just small little cuts. So let me show you what I mean. Look, I'm making little slices of it. So it's pretty thin slices. Then I'll show you what we're going to do with the thin slices once we make them. But just cut it into little thin slices. Be careful because the knife is a little tricky. So small object, but just cut it up really finely. Just making it small little pieces, as small as you can get them. Again, be careful because you're cutting with the knife, and this is a little, tries to get away from you a little bit. What garlic does. You should start to smell the garlic. When you're cutting the garlic, you can start to smell it. They don't really have as much of an odor until you sort of break apart the garlic. Cut it pretty finely. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Master Chef. Okay. Mine's pretty thin, pretty small pieces. They have to be minuscule. Don't worry if it's not overly small, but just small enough that it's going to cook down. It's going to be really providing us with flavor throughout our dish. Okay. So I have pretty small pieces. It's good enough. Oh, a light. I might like to. Okay, so just little small pieces, okay? Just mincing it. Little small pieces. I'm gonna cut it again just to make sure they're really small. Okay? All right. Okay, now we have our garlic all prepared. So put that off to the side. You can put it back in the container if you wanted to. Take a spoon or your knife. Put it back in the container once you've minced it all. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is we're going to prepare our rice. So rice takes a little while to cook, and as you see throughout this cooking class, things are going to cook pretty rapidly. We're going to be done cooking by 8 o'clock. So I'm going to have you start cooking the rice and getting that prepared. So why don't we go back to the sink, wash your hands, and then I'll start talking to you about the rice. So wash your hands again. Okay. And go and get your bag of rice now. Okay. Okay, have your bag of rice. And so the ratio for rice to water is 2 cups of water to 1 cup of rice, okay? So that's helpful. So 2 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. So you should have a pot on your stove. So go get a pot, a saucepan. You're going to use that and measure out 2 cups of water into your saucepan. Now, if you want to cook, we're going to see how much rice is in this bucket, but I think it's probably 2 cups of rice. So if you'd like to cook 2 cups of rice, you're going to use 4 cups of water. So just remember that ratio of 2 to 1. So however much rice you're going to do twice that amount of water. Okay. So right now, what I'm going to do is I've measured out my rice, but I'm putting it off to the side because I want to turn on that pan with the water in it. Okay. Keep it close. Okay. What I'd like for you to do is you can either use butter or oil in your water. So what I use usually is butter, but you have a little bit of oil in your packet, so you can use oil, but we're only going to use a tablespoon. So if you have butter in your home, you can definitely just cut off, measure and cut off a little bit of butter, a tablespoon of butter. If you don't have butter in your home, you can definitely use the oil that we have. All we're going to use is a tablespoon of that oil or butter, okay? And put that in the water. And then we're going to use a little bit of salt. So just get a little salt. You put it in the water. No rice has gone in the water yet, okay? So you're going to use a little bit of salt. Alicia, salt. Okay, got a little salt. Okay. And I'm just going to do a half teaspoon. I'm just going to do a dash. So I have a container. I have a measuring spoon, right here. And my measuring spoon. So I'm just going to do a half teaspoon of salt. So this is a half teaspoon. I'm just going to fill that with salt. And pour it in. Okay. I'm going to let that get to a boil. All right. While we do that, so we're all at the same point right now. We have water on the stove with butter in it and salt, and we're going to let it get to a boiling point. Everybody good?
Let me check real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Give me 1 second. We're a little delayed, so they don't hear us.
Oh, no worries. Take your time. I gotta get you one of these aprons, my friend.
That's the one that you had. I forget what the other one that you had, the red one. I really liked that one.
Oh, you like a red one?
The red one was pretty.
Okay, hold on. Before we go, I might have a surprise for you.
Okay, all right.
You're one of my faves, so I might have a surprise for you. So just
Okay. No one's answering right. Oh, nope. I got one response. Somebody said yes. So I'm going to take it as
they're good.
a go. Yeah.
All right. Okay, good. So now what I want you to do is we're going to cook our broccoli. Now we're going to cheat a little. Not really cheat. Everybody have like a microwavable bowl? Do you have a microwavable bowl? Something you put in the microwave?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So I have one of these containers. It looks like this. Like a little Rubbermaid container. I want you to go and wash your broccoli. So rinse it off, make sure it's clean, doesn't have anything in it. Rinse your broccoli and then put it in your microwave container. I'm gonna go do that right now. Okay, once you have your broccoli all rinsed, okay, it's everybody's rice. Is your water boiling now on the stove?
Yeah.
Okay. Pause, put your broccoli off to the side, and I want you to put your rice and stir it into the water. Oops. So stir it into the water now. That cup of rice that you measured out, stir it into the water, just a little, not overly stirred. Just stir it in. And then I want you to put a lid on top of that rice. I'll come back and check it periodically, but right now, just put a lid on top of it. Remember, if you want more rice than what I'm cooking, so I'm cooking a cup of rice, If you want 2 cups, it's just that ratio. 2 cups equals 4 cups of water. Great. All right, you have that broccoli now, right? So you have that broccoli rinsed off. It's in your microwavable container. I want you to just go and put about 3 tablespoons of water in your microwavable container, along with that broccoli. Okay. This is the fast way to steam the broccoli. And then put a lid on top of your broccoli as you put it in the microwavable container and stick it in your microwave. You know, don't close it all tight, but close it just a little. Not all the way, but just put the lid, just cover it. You don't have to worry about making sure that it's tight. Put it in and turn on your microwave for 3 minutes. And then don't worry about it anymore, okay? You should have your broccoli in your fridge. Your rice should be on. Turn your rice down. So you should turn your fire down to low. So just, you know, you still want the fire to be on, but you want your rice is going to simmer on low. It's going to cook on low. Okay. Everybody in a good spot now. You have your rice on, your broccoli's cooking. Now we're going to get to the chicken. So take out another plate. Those of you who are using plates as your cutting board. And go get your chicken. Right. I'm getting my chicken out of the fridge. So I want you, because this is chicken, I want you to go wash your hands one more time. So, because we're about to handle our meat. Okay. So open your packages up. Take your chicken out of your containers. You may have to use scissors or a knife to open that package, but that contains your chicken. And put it out on your plate. Okay. Nice chicken breast. It's chicken breast, right? Okay. And chicken breast.
Yeah, they're chicken thighs. Yeah, they're chicken thighs.
Oh, great. That's even better. Chicken thighs are so great to cook with. I love cooking with chicken thighs. They remain juicy throughout your cooking. Okay. You have your chicken thighs. Might be a little bit of chicken juice coming out of it, so don't worry. We'll clean that up. All right. Now, I want you to go and wash your chicken. Do not use soap. Saw that somewhere. Just go wash your chicken. So you're going to rinse your chicken off under the cold water. Go through the chicken. Just make sure there's nothing that's foreign, but wash your chicken thoroughly, and then we're going to come right back. Okay, go wash your chicken in a bowl. So you should transfer it from the plate you have it on, maybe to another plate or into a bowl, but wash it piece by piece. Okay, so I'm washing my chicken. Cold water each piece. Then I'm putting it on another plate. Okay. I'm actually going to use 2 plates to cut my chicken up on, just for ease. Okay. So take your first piece of chicken. Is everyone back from washing chicken? Okay. This chicken has a little bit of fat on it, so just cut those fatty pieces off. Just the fat. You don't waste the chicken meat, but cut the fat off of your chicken. Okay. Cut it off really easily. And then you're going to cut your chicken into 1-inch cubes. So I'm going to well, 1-inch pieces. So you may say, oh, Miss Alicia, what's an inch when you're talking about chicken? Because of course we know what an inch is in other regards, but so take your fingers, your forefinger and your thumb, and you put them apart. I mean, I know my hands are a little smaller than yours, but you put them apart and your chicken should be about that size, right? And so you're gonna cut all of your chicken up into little pieces that are 1 inch in size. Don't worry, you can't go wrong. So you say, oh, I think this is a little bigger than 1 inch. And I'm gonna use a meat cutting knife because which is just a knife with ridges. It's gonna make it easier for me to cut it, okay? So cutting them into 1 inch pieces. Okay. Again, I have a little bit of fat on my chicken, so I'm just cutting that off. But how you doing, Amaya?
I'm doing good. I think I need a different knife.
What do you think? What you said?
Ooh, I think I need a different knife.
A different knife?
Yeah, the one.
Yeah, sometimes you need like a little sharper knife just to cut through the chicken.
Oh my gosh, my allergies are acting up. I apologize.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm thinking I need a sharper knife.
Okay. All right. Yeah, get a little sharper knife. Don't get it so sharp that you put yourself at risk, but put just a little sharper because it takes it to get through the chicken itself. Cut all of the chicken out. Don't worry, nothing happened. Again, if you need to go get another knife, like I'm probably going to do, I'm getting a sharper knife. Oh no, not that knife. Here's one of my sharper knives. I'm going to cut this chicken. Oh, that's the right knife. Yeah, if you need to switch up knives, no shame in it. Go get another knife. Okay. How you doing? Pretty good?
Yep, I'm doing better.
I know. Go get another knife. Chicken wasn't behaving.
Yeah, I got another one. Not working.
Now, you a junior or senior this year?
I'm gonna be a senior this year.
So proud of you.
Thank you. I'm just hoping that we don't have to cut our senior year short in school.
I'm gonna
But
pray you get all of the senior year in.
yeah, me too. Definitely be praying.
And tell everybody what high school you go to.
I go to Baltimore School for the Arts.
That's right.
Yeah. Sorry, someone is calling me. Okay.
Still cutting up my chicken. And you're a painter, right? Right, you're a painter?
What'd you say?
You're a painter, right?
No, I sing. I go to school for vocal.
That was a test. I knew you. You say.
No, I wish I could paint. I try. Best believe me, I definitely try. I'm not best, but I do. Especially when COVID first started, I paint every night, every day.
You sang?
Hmm?
You were singing?
No, I was painting. I was trying to learn to teach myself how to paint.
Now, I'm not crazy. I knew you told me about something about painting.
Yeah, I try to. Not the best, but I definitely try.
I thought there was something about painting. Okay. Still cutting this chicken, y'all.
Me too. This is hard.
Not easy. Take your time. There's no rush. Take your time. But once we do this, we're gonna be it's gonna cook so fast. Ooh. I want you to, after we cut this next piece of chicken, I want you to check on your rice. Okay, so as soon as I finish this next piece of chicken. Okay. All right, great. Go check on my rice. Okay, great. I'm gonna wash my hands just so I'm not cross-contaminating. And let's check on that. So, whoa, all right. Everybody go check on your rice. Go check on your rice. Whoa, that rice was cooking fast. Okay, go check on that rice. Check on it. Okay, all right. Now take the spoon. You're not gonna use this spoon again because you're gonna need to put it in a dish pan after you check on this rice, but see if the rice is done. Taste it. Now rice is done. However, I'm gonna put a little water in it. Just a little. A little bit of water in it. And I'm turning the heat off on it. So our rice is done. That's great. My hot rice is done. Check on your rice. Make sure your rice is done.
Mine isn't completely finished yet, but it's almost there.
Is it dry? If it's dry, y'all, if there's no more water in your pan, put a little bit of water in your rice. It'll soak it up. But put a little bit of water in it. I don't want your rice to burn.
Yeah, mine is a little watery still. She's not done.
Yeah,
yet.
go just put a little bit of water in it.
Tad bit. Okay.
Yeah. Some water in your rice. All right. Now I've got to throw this spoon away. Okay. Let me get back to cooking, cutting up my chicken thigh. This is my last chicken thigh to cut up. I mean, a lot of chicken, General Tso's chicken. But it's good. Feed the whole family. I'm gonna feed my neighborhood. A little bit of my neighborhood. Some of my chicken I have. Okay. Have you cut up all your chicken?
I'm on my last one right now.
Okay, take your time. Take your time. I'm gonna go do a little bit of cleanup. while I'd like for you to go wash your hands again, but go get another bowl, which is going to be what I call our resting bowl. You're going to see why in a minute, but just go get another bowl. If you finished early, get another bowl. What I got was I have a little pan, which is my resting bowl, but get whatever your bowl, pan. Gonna get that. Okay, and I want you to also get your pan, your frying pan. Let me know once you're at the point of us using our pan. This is gonna go so fast, don't want you to miss it. And get a spoon or a spatula, how we're gonna move the chicken around in the pan, but get that out as well. Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I just finished cutting the last one. So what did I miss as far as the steps that you did? You said get another bowl, right?
Yes, get another bowl. I want you to go check on your rice though.
Okay.
Your rice to burn. Go check on your rice really quickly.
I think it could use a little couple more minutes of cooking.
Okay, is it dry? Do you need a little bit more water in the pan or you good?
No, I think it needs to soak up the water some more. My stove is cooking a little slow.
Not a problem. Okay, I want you to take all of your chicken and put it in a container, or you can put it in a bag. So you had a Ziploc bag anyway. So take your Ziploc bag, that big Ziploc bag, and put your chicken in that Ziploc bag. I'll show you why. It's gonna make it easy. Gonna make it easy and avoid having to clean up the kitchen many different times. So if you have a Ziploc bag, that's easy to use. If you don't have a Ziploc bag, you can use something. You can use a bowl.
Oh my God.
Huh? I'm gonna use Ziploc bag. Okay. Okay, you have the Ziploc bag? Now, once you have that, I want you to take your cornstarch, and then I want you to toss each piece with cornstarch. So what I typically will do is you could either take your cornstarch bag and, how could you do this? I'm trying to get the easiest way for you to do this. You know what? Pour your cornstarch all over your chicken. That's easy. Pour it all over that. That's fine. Don't worry. We're not using any more cornstarch, so don't have to worry about that. Okay. And then toss your chicken in your cornstarch. So just make sure it's covered. Sure your chicken's covered in cornstarch. Okay. Then you're gonna take the chicken out piece by piece, but just cover your chicken with your cornstarch. Okay. We good at that point? Your chicken's covered with cornstarch? Thumbs up?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now I want you to take your skillet and turn it on. So turn the fire on, turn the stove on under your skillet, and you're going to take your oil, which is your light colored substance that was in your bag. It's oil, looks like oil. And put that in the skillet. Okay. Now let that heat up just for a moment. Make sure it coats the entire bottom of your pan. And then I want you to start, you can either use a fork or a spoon or some other apparatus and start picking your chicken out of your cornstarch. So let me show you what my chicken looks like. It looks like it's covered in cornstarch, like it's coated. Just like you would coat it in flour, but this is coated in cornstarch. Okay, so my oil's looking not hot yet. It's getting a little hot. Okay, once your oil is heated up, you can test it because you can just touch a piece of chicken and you'll see the oil sizzle a little. Start dropping your chicken in the actual oil and your skillet. Okay, so that's what I'm doing with mine. Don't worry if everything isn't uniformly covered. You should try to get all of your chicken covered with the cornstarch, but if it's not perfect, don't worry. Oops. Okay. Okay. I must have all my chicken in the pan. Make sure your pan, you can turn your pan down a little bit. You don't want it to cook too fast. But this chicken's not going to take long to cook. Okay. All your chicken in your pan. Okay. And all my chicken in my pan. Okay. Don't worry. You'll see how it's all gonna work out. Start moving. All right, let me go wash my hands. Cover your cornstarch now. Start using a spoon and moving that chicken around the pan. Chicken's gonna have to get brown with the cornstarch on it. So start moving it around the pan. Let it cook a little bit. Get a little brown on one side. Okay. Now, I want to tell you, you might have to add a little bit of oil to this pan. So if you have some oil in your house, add a little bit of oil to the pan. That oil is not enough. Okay. Let me get a little bit of oil. If you don't have any oil, get a little butter. Let's see if you have some oil. Okay. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of oil. Not much, but just a little bit. Okay. Okay. You start to see your chicken brown or getting like a little lighter. Just brown that chicken. Now. Okay. How's it going? This is where it starts to get a little dicey. It's going to be fine. I try to stick a little, but don't worry. Not going to stick too much. So you might have to add a little bit of oil. And make sure you turn your pan down. Okay? Just a little bit of oil. Just a little bit. Okay. My chicken's getting brown. What you'll start to see the chicken turn is like a little white, which is what chicken typically looks like when it's cooking. And you'll see the coating turning brown. Okay. Starting to see that? And the chicken will start to get brown. Of course, the coating on it will start to get a little brown, and your chicken will get a little whiter. It's not going to be like a fried coating. It's going to just be a lighter coating of your chicken. So I'll hold up a piece in just a second so you can see what I'm talking about. And some of your coating may come off of your chicken, which is okay too. It's fine for it to do that. Okay. Mine's getting good. Starting to look really good. So your coating should be really light. Still should kind of darken up, but it should still be pretty light. And your chicken should be starting to get brown, sort of whitish brown. Should tell it's cooking. Okay. Just move it around in your pan just to make sure it doesn't stick. Is that really good? All right. My chicken is looking pretty good. How's yours going? Good?
It's going really good.
Good, good, good. Some of my cornstarch is trying to stick to my pan, so just scrape it off if it does. Just allow for the chicken to still cook. Chicken's gonna need, it doesn't take long to cook. You must make sure it's thoroughly cooked. Okay. Should start to see the chicken browning a little. Smell the smells coming off of it. Okay. Now what I want you to do is your chicken cooked, Maya?
Not all the way, no.
Okay, keep cooking your chicken. My chicken's almost cooked all the way. Okay. Okay. How you doing? How's your chicken looking? Oh, you check on your rice.
Yep, I turned it off.
Okay, good. Everybody, if you haven't checked on your rice is done. Okay, what it looks like, it's all done. It's been on long enough. Okay. My chicken is almost finished. How's yours looking, Maya? Almost done?
Yep.
My chicken's pretty much done too. I'm gonna take a piece and cut it and test it. But it's pretty much brown at this point. And my chicken is pretty well brown. There's no more pink, of course. And it should be all browns. And your cornstarch mixture should be pretty brown too. Not dark brown, but pretty light brown. Okay. Now what I want you to do, if your chicken is finished cooking, I want you to take your chicken and transfer it into that holding pan that I told you about. So I have a holding pan right here. I'm going to transfer all of my chicken into my holding pan. You know, drain it a little bit. Okay. So drain all your, put your chicken in the holding pan. And turn off your stove that was cooking the chicken. Okay. Chicken's all done. All right, great. Okay. Now I'm going to use another pan because my chicken pan is a little sticky because of the oil. I'm going to take my I'm going to use another frying pan. It doesn't have to be a huge frying pan, but I'm going to use another one. If you have the same pan, you can use this in the same pan, but I'm going to get another pan just to make it easier. If you don't have two frying pans, just use the same pan. It's fine. Okay? Put that pan on the stove and heat it up with just a tablespoon of oil. Just a tablespoon. But if you don't have any oil, it's okay. You don't have to put much. Turn that pan on. Okay? Everybody with me right now? Everybody with me?
Let me check really quick to see. One second.
How's everyone doing? Looking good? Oh, there's a delay.
There is a delay, so let me see really quick.
your chicken should be all done. And your chicken might be naked or it might be golden brown. It's gonna work, promise you. It's gonna work. Whatever your chicken looks like, it's fine, as long as it's done. Everybody looking good? Okay, great. I want you to go back to that sauce that you made in the beginning. Remember that sauce? So I want you to put that to the side. And what I want you to do right now is take that garlic and put that in the pan that's hot right now with a little bit of oil in it. So take your garlic, put that in the pan. Okay? I want you to now take your minced ginger, which looks like this, 2 tablespoons, and put that in the pan. So measure out 2 tablespoons, minced garlic. Minced ginger, I'm sorry, saying garlic. Ginger, which is about the whole container. Put that in the pan, stir it around. Okay? And then depending on how spicy you like things, put a little bit of your red pepper. Just as much as, if you like it really spicy, put a lot, but I'm just putting a little bit. And mix that all around, okay? Just for 1 second. Your pan should be hot. Time to talk to you. Then I want you to go get that sauce that you turned around. Make sure you stir it again because that cornstarch will try to settle at the bottom. And pour that into the pan. Okay? Pour that all in the pan. And stir that around just a little bit. Okay? It's going to start bubbling a little, caramelizing. So caramelizing a little bit. So it's going to turn a deeper brown. But let that simmer in the pan. Just a second. How you doing? Good?
I am.
Let that sauce caramelize. It's going to get deeper, darker brown. Don't worry, that's exactly what it's supposed to be doing. So if you look at mine, you see where the sugar is making it much darker. So it started as like a light, like coffee color, and now it's getting to be a deep caramel color. Okay. Okay. So that should be bubbling at this point. Now what I want you to do, it's all bubbling, should be bubbling, like looking like a little bit of a caramel garlic surprise. Take your chicken and pour your chicken back in that caramel. So toss it in that sauce. Right? So just toss mine in and coat it with your sauce. So coat it with your sauce. Starting to look good. Starting to come together. Let it continue to cook in there. All right. They all simmer together. I want you to get your broccoli. Some people like their broccoli in their chicken, their General Tso's. Remember, we put that in the microwave. Pull that out. And you can put a little bit of that in there. So if you like broccoli, you can put a couple of grounds of broccoli in your General Tso's chicken that's cooking. Sort of make it like General Tso's chicken and broccoli. Or you can have your broccoli on the side. I usually like to put a little bit of my broccoli in the chicken mixture so it tastes better. Get your veggies in the chicken mixture. Okay. All right. Toss that around. Starting to get sticky, starting to get flavorful. Starting to look great. I'm gonna plate this for you because I want you to see what it all looks like. You're all at the same point that I am. Your broccoli, your chicken, your sauce are all in the pan. They're simmering a little bit. Making sure it's pretty low. Don't want anything to burn. So should be looking all nice and beautiful. Oops, sorry, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Please do like so. Hold on, please. Okay, sorry. Computer tried to go off. Okay. So your chicken, your broccoli. You put a little bit more broccoli in there if you want more broccoli crowns in there. I'm gonna plate it so you can see what it all looks like once I've finished. Couple more. Stir that around. You should be at a point where everything's so hot. It's going well. Chicken's looking good. It's blending with the sauce. Broccoli's blending with the sauce. Okay, let me plate it so you can see what this masterpiece that we created looks like. Share it with my beautiful plate. Okay. I'm gonna get a spoon to serve this rice in. Okay. Some rice on the plate. Okay. And the rice. Remember, it's all about the presentation. Sure your rice is looking good. Then my chicken and broccoli, my General Tso's chicken. Looking good. My General Tso's chicken with my broccoli. Looking good. Now let me taste test it. Tell you if it's okay. Did you hope? You pray. Still don't know. Let me see. Look at that. Amazing. How's your chicken going?
Not fully done yet, so I'm still kind of waiting, a few steps behind.
Okay, so right now you should have, if you can also have your broccoli on the side. So you don't have to mix, you didn't have to mix it in if you didn't want to. But certainly like your chicken's a little coated, but your, yeah, could have called out. But it's all together, almost a one dish thing. Excellent job, everyone. How's yours coming?
It's coming along pretty well. I'm probably gonna have to finish once we get off of here to finish the rest of it because
No worries.
it's slower back here.
That's okay. How's everyone else doing that's on the YouTube? If they need any tips?
Let me see. Oh, someone said, what about the sesame seeds?
Great question.
That's for the garnish, right?
Yep. Excellent question. So you have the sesame seeds. Take your hand and sprinkle them a little bit. You can actually sprinkle them, either on the chicken itself that you made, or you can sprinkle it on the chicken in the pan. Either one. Yep, it's just a garnish. But good question.
Wait.
4836.
So yeah, so my sesame seeds are on my arm. Thank you
Okay.
for somebody for pointing that out. excellent meal.
Sorry. My yeah, I actually don't.
You chef.
Maybe I do have sesame seeds. I'll have to find them. I don't know where they are.
Oh, they're in the little container. They look just like.
I went out and got my own food, so I don't know if I even got them.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to look in our cabinet. We have them somewhere, so it's fine. But I think, let me see what everybody said. So it's still a little delayed from what I'm seeing on the YouTube, so people probably should be answering pretty shortly, but I'm hoping everybody is following along with you and isn't behind like me.
No, it's because you have everybody in the house helping you along.
Yeah, my mom was my sous chef today.
Oh, she was? Oh, okay. I thought it was your little sister.
No, she's doing her own thing today. I don't even know where she is right now.
Didn't help out today?
What did you say?
I said she didn't help out today.
No, not today.
Being robust.
Yeah, she's being a kid today. She's having fun. So
Having fun. That's what she should be doing.
Yep.
Yeah, chickens came out really well.
can't wait for mine to be done so I can eat.
Good.
Let me see what everybody is saying in the chat so I can see where we are. So I'm gonna type it in. Ooh, thank you.
You doing well?
No one's answering, so I don't know if that means they're still cooking. It may be a little busy at the moment to type, but I don't know what that means honestly. So
Well, I hope everyone had a good experience and was able to. Don't worry, if your chicken takes a little longer, your sauce, don't worry. Just don't let the sauce burn. The sauce could burn if you don't watch it.
when I get to that part, I should probably keep a very close eye. I bought a little more chicken than I think. Well, I just bought a whole pack and I just used the whole thing. So
Yeah, so maybe cook a little bit more. Well, you might have to cook more rice at some point.
yeah,
Because the sauce has enough for, if I had more chicken, it would be fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, would you like to finish us off on? Actually, what we didn't do.
What?
Why don't you tell everybody, what you do and something about yourself?
Oh, well, I told him I was Vice President for Economic Development for Johns Hopkins University and Johns Hopkins Health System. So I lead a team that's focused on driving the anchor initiatives of Johns Hopkins. And so we do that in a couple of ways: economic inclusion, our economic development, and our economic innovation and strategy work. And so we really have we run a number of different initiatives. Hopkins Local, which is our economic inclusion initiatives where we hold ourselves to public goals. Be Local, which is our work, our economic inclusion work. So trying to make sure more people who are small businesses, minority businesses, women-owned businesses do business with us, as well as our peers and other businesses alongside us. And then we do a number of different things to try to engage businesses, our community, and really just the uplift so that Johns Hopkins is additive or adds value to the communities in which we are.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you've had you on here so many times. And I was like, I think everyone should get a little deeper with you because I really like when you're on here. I have a good time.
Oh, you're so sweet. I love being on here with you. Oh no, I love coming on. I love young people. I love we had two amazing students from Heart Smiles with us this summer, Zion and Mar. They
Okay.
did a phenomenal job. They had such tremendous growth over the course of the summer. I saw them like they could go into any corporation and do a phenomenal job. They are any place, any seat of government, they're just so phenomenal. So I love having them. And they got to work on some really neat projects. They did a Know Your Rights project. I don't know if you saw their sessions that they held, but they were really well done. They're both brilliant young people. And yeah, so I'm from Baltimore. I went to Merville for high school, and I'm a lawyer by training. And yeah, now I'm at Hopkins, and I love it.
That's really nice. Thank you for sharing that with everybody.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right. So before we get off, would you like to end us on some words of wisdom? I love when you do this part at the end.
Yeah. So what's my word of wisdom for you all? As you start your next year of school, and particularly you, as you feel like I'm ending a chapter, I would say that your book is really long, right? And so while you may be ending your first chapter, the rest of the story is really a wonderful story. And it's dependent upon the things that you do every single day. So take advantage of every opportunity. Take advantage of every networking person that you meet. Try to draw them close to you, and you're going to do great things. Your best days are ahead of you. So just be confident in that and know that there's a whole community that's rooting you on.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I think that's something that a lot of us can take away from because, with having last year being online school, I feel like a lot of us are out of the swing of certain things. And I think that definitely is something that people can carry on until next year.
Yeah. Be kind to yourself and do great things, but y'all are amazing.
Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us and walking us through this. I can't wait until mine is actually done so I can eat.
Oh, so good. You're going to love it.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. See y'all.
Yeah.
Time. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So hopefully everybody is close to done or is finishing up and, enjoying their meal. So, but you guys can send your finished products to the Granny Project page so we can post them on the Instagram. And then also maybe send some requests for the last meal or something cool that we could do for maybe the last week, something interesting. So, but yeah, hopefully everybody enjoys their dinner and we will see you again next Monday. Bye.